The Kardashians are incredibly powerful, and they like to surround themselves with powerful people, whether they're famous and rich like they are, or they have political power. Kim and Kris know these people really well, and according to accusers from the files, they claim the Kardashian family have deep ties to Jeffree and his enablers. So let's get into it. There have been a bunch of names exposed in the files. There are some politicians, some businessmen, some celebrities, some that are surprising like Timothée Chalamet, and some that are not so much like Leonardo DiCaprio. But today I wanted to talk about one of the most famous families ever, the Kardashians, and their connection to Epstein. Now I want to say right off the bat that this is all alleged, this is speculative, this is maybe even a conspiracy if you want to label it that. Just don't go and sue me. This guy Ryan wrote on X, Kim Kardashian and her sister named in Maxwell victim complaint in the files. A victim complaint submitted in the case tied to Ghislaine Maxwell alleges connections between Maxwell and members of the Kardashian family. The complainant claims that Maxwell had a close relationship with the Kardashian sisters, and they assisted in the use of the complainant's identity. The filing refers to rumors of the complainant's eggs being used for pregnancies, suggesting possible fertility or surrogacy exploitation, though the writer says DNA testing would be required. A cosmetics transaction is cited referencing control ties to Kylie Jenner in a reported $600 million deal. That is such a trigger. If you guys have been following me for some time, there has been some questions about this $600 million. It's been involved in Lou and Taylor, Britney's business managers, like Trust in Tennessee. It seems like this money has been shifted around to different places, and I'm not surprised that this is coming up here because of the Kardashians' close ties to Lou and Taylor. They also claim that Kim Kardashian is named in an allegation involving identity competition and issues tied to children. Khloe Kardashian and Kendall Jenner are referenced as having a special interest in the complainant's marriages and name changes. The complaint also links the family to an alleged surrogacy and pregnancy-related identity fraud. Let's go through some of this documentation together. Remember, this person is giving their experience dealing with Ghislaine Maxwell, who was one of Epstein's biggest enablers. They write, I understand that she enjoys a close relationship with the Kardashian sisters who helped her to use my identity. And there are rumors of using my eggs for conceiving. Need to do DNA tests though. I believe that when he died, she wanted to claim all of my rights from me and therefore created a condition of thief identity and changed name. This was taken speed after Epstein had passed. The mind is Maxwell, who has personal knowledge of me. I've never met her or any member of the Kardashian Jenner sisters. The language here isn't necessarily grammatically correct. She does end up bringing up the Kylie Cosmetics transaction for $600 million. Remember, that is what made Kylie a self-made billionaire. There are a few ways of human trafficking that I'm a victim of Epstein. I was told that the Kardashian sisters, Kim and the rest, used my name and funds to promote their businesses. I don't have documents to back up this claim. Therefore, I'm leaving this to the law investigation and the social services in LA. Now, this part's really bizarre, and I don't even know what she's really saying here. Now, after the exit of the $600 million in the cosmetic company, Corey Inc., and the fraud in my marriage and all the pregnancy surrogate, it sounds like this person is almost claiming that, like, Ghislaine had wiped her of her identity and her eggs and just used her. She mentioned horrible things happening in the island, including dead body of a girl that had masks on and was tied to a tree. She said that that one was from London and was very mean. Also, the one from Miami, also the man in the mention, was making her something with different guys, and he liked to watch it. She was a young high school student in Oceanside, Long Island. She also said that her friend Ashley Massaro, who died in 2019, got pregnant in high school, and they both worked for Ghislaine Maxwell. There have been some TikTokers talking about the Kardashians' connections to the files. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Look at this. So this has to do with somebody that was filing complaint against Maxwell that had all types of Kardashian ties. Here's what it says. The filing references rumors of the complainant's eggs being used for pregnancy, suggesting possible fertility or surrogacy exploitation, though the writer says DNA testing would be required. Sisters use the complainant's name and funds to promote business ventures and financial activity. Cosmetic transaction is cited referencing control tied to Kylie Jenner and a reported $600 million deal. deal. Kim is named an allegation involving identity competition and issues tied to children. Khloe and Kendall referenced as having special interest in the complainant's marriage and name change. Complainant also links family to alleged surrogacy and pregnancy-related identity fraud. So what's going on with eggs and surrogacy? Are some of their children not actually their children? Now, we know many of these women have either had some fertility issues or it's really common that they've used surrogates with their pregnancy. So is that what this is about? But it wasn't above board? Was this forced?
This comment reads, and one sister keeps trying to become a lawyer. Y'all are going to forget about this like you forgot about Balenciaga. I knew Kylie did not make $1 billion selling lip gloss. And finally, we owe Kanye an apology. Another person noted that $600 million was stolen from Britney Spears. Straight to Kylie, Kris calls the shots of their business. Another person noted, which involved Liam Taylor and Diddy, because Liam Taylor represented Diddy, the Kardashians, at one point Britney Spears, at one point Justin Bieber, but he fired her. You should think about how well Justin Bieber is doing nowadays, and to see that he fired his business manager, maybe she was part of the problem. Didn't Kim and Khloe have surrogates for their babies? Somebody asked. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Kris is a pimp. It definitely wouldn't surprise me if Kris offered her daughters to Epstein and Trump when they were young. There were also mention of the Hadid sisters in some of these files. This is really disturbing. So there are some emails that discuss the Hadid sisters' modeling career. They allege that they had done some inappropriate things and that their father paid modeling agencies to attain their success as models. Epstein said, quote, because they followed directions. It's that simple. Let's take a look at some of the evidence. Here are some examples of these emails. One person wrote, how did the Hadid sisters become models and make so much money? I don't understand. Well, then Jeffrey Epstein wrote, the father paid the agency. Then it looks like, I don't know who this is because it's redacted. They wrote, there are too many girls giving BJs, in which Jeffrey responded, agreed. So what did they do? This redacted person asked. And Jeffrey said, in the butt. This person replied, no, seriously, from who is the real question? Jeffrey said, not relevant to your issue. It's because they follow directions. It's that simple. So it seems like this person's trying to figure out, how are the Hadid sisters, these big models? Jeffrey seems to have some intel, he knows because they follow directions. And I don't know why this person wants to know so badly.
Can we talk about the Hadid sisters being mentioned in the e-files and how it sounds like they were sold by their parents? Through emails from December of 2015, and in 2015, Gigi Hadid was 20 years old and had already signed with IMG Models and was working on major modeling campaigns at that time. Her sister Bella Hadid was 19 and also starting her career in the fashion industry.
There are a lot of people who are not fully sold that the Hadid sisters had some connection to Epstein. This person writes, this sounds incoherent. Another person doesn't believe it. I don't think so. I think Epstein and Ghislaine also likes to name drop famous and rich people and their alleged friendships and closeness. If you were to go to Google right now and you try to find an article that explains the Kardashians' connections to Epstein, you might not find anything. This report right here claims that Ghislaine Maxwell maintained the close relationship with the Kardashians family, and they even accused them of exploiting a victim's identity for financial or business gain. But they go on to say that these viral claims are not substantiated. Artificial intelligence platform Grok, when prompted to analyze the allegations against the source material, concluded that the Kardashian accusations stem from an unverified social media post. So I don't know if you would take Grok's word for this because Elon Musk controls Grok and he constantly tweaks it to say certain things. But at the same time, I'm not trying to get sued, so I want to include that here. And even if this is all fluff and it's not actually true, it's not the first time that the Kardashian clan have been involved in the conversation involving trafficking. This headline reads, Kanye West accuses Kim Kardashian of trafficking while hanging out with an alleged criminal. Kanye wrote on X that the Kardashians are sex workers and they traffic all of the black children they strategically produce. Kim Kardashian is a trafficker, he writes. Kanye must have believed something was legitimate here because he ended up hiring a private investigator to go and investigate his ex-wife.
Kanye was investigating Kim Kardashian and the rest of the Kardashians after he told us about Diddy. There's a new lawsuit against Kanye West from his former employee who said that he was hired as a director of intelligence and he was hired to to look into Kim Kardashian and the rest of the Kardashian for alleged trafficking. He reported that Kanye claimed that the Kardashian clan was connected to criminal enterprises, including trafficking. And this shit is crazy to me because we know that Kanye back in 2020 was exposing Diddy, and he was even exposing Kim Kardashian. He tweeted, "Kim was trying to fly me out to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday." He said, "I put my life on the line for my children, that North's mother would never let her sell her tape."
This person writes, but they called Kanye crazy when he said that she's a witch. I remember Kanye being very concerned about his children. Kanye knew. And I love that emoji. Am I doing it right? Kanye knew. But that's why he was going nuts. I mean, Kanye only has North around. He always says, "My daughter, give me back my daughter. I'm fighting to see my daughter," but he has 4 kids with Kim, right? And let's not forget what Ray J has said about the Kardashians. Actually, he got himself into really big trouble, actually, a big defamation lawsuit that Kris and Kim filed against him because of the claims he made in this clip.
This federal RICO though, on KK and Kris. Ooh, the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy.
So he says he's going to drop a federal RICO charge or investigation, I guess, against Kim and Kris. Remember that Diddy had a RICO charge against him, which he ultimately was not found guilty for.
I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day like, yeah. Meaning like I'm gonna say a lot of shit. If anybody know Kim and cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The rain is coming, the feds is coming. Hey, right. The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. It's worse than Diddy.
Worse than Diddy is what Ray J had said. But like I said earlier, there are a bunch of TikTokers who have been talking about the Kardashians and their connections to this horrific man. And I wanted to include another video that I came across. Again, there are some people who are speculating here, so I want to make that very apparent. But what do you guys think?
While we're on the topic of the Kardashians and the Epstein files, can we please talk about Northwest's creepy ass drawings from when she was younger? Specifically in relation to a woman named Juliet, who is a verified survivor of Epstein, who claimed that she witnessed Epstein shapeshift into a goddamn lizard person. She said she didn't witness the change herself, but she was like looking at him and he was normal. She looked away, looked back, he's the creature. She looks away, looks back, he's normal again. Juliet described him as a creature with big black eyes, and she drew what she remembers seeing, and the tongue really stood out to me because it reminded me of this drawing of North's, which is like, hello. And also this one, the tongue and the big ass black eyes. Hello? Pass me the tinfoil hat.
This person wrote, "I got the biggest tinfoil hat on right now." What does it mean if someone says to wear a tinfoil hat? When someone tells you to wear a tinfoil hat, it's joking, sarcastic, like you sound paranoid into a conspiracy theory. Oh, so I think I might need to get a tinfoil hat. When looking online, the Epstein turned into a lizard story comes from a woman named Juliet Bryant, a South African model who has already been publicly identified as one of his accusers. Juliet has given multiple interviews describing being trafficked and harmed by him back in the early 2000s. Juliet says that while she was being harmed by Epstein in the dark in a freezing bedroom, she saw him shapeshift during an orgasm into a devil-like reptilian lizard creature. In at least one interview, she stresses that she knows how insane it sounds, but insists that she truly saw it, and has even said that she would take a lie detector test about the reptilian transformation. That is kind of spooky. I'm like scared now. Like exiting this video, a little bit scared of like lizard people. But yeah, what a video. Let me know what you guys think of this video in the comments below. Did you enjoy, and what do you want me to talk about next? Bye guys.